So I can't be the only person to forget that this game exists, but here it is, the demo for Stellar Blade, a game that I've been recommended to play by a good few people now. And honestly, I went into this game very judgmental and expecting something different to what I found. From the outside, it looks like a mediocre Souls-like when you play as a walking sex doll. Hence, I had no interest in the game whatsoever. Not that there's anything wrong with playing as a sex doll, but the character design just didn't sell me at first glance, and maybe I just wasn't the audience for it. But after playing the demo, honestly, I'm really surprised and happy to report that I've had a change of heart. I'm not really sure why though. Maybe it's the vibe, something I mention a lot on this channel. Oh, the cat's on the desk. But the game just immediately gripped me with its visuals, style and combat system. Even though it's not the best looking PS5 game, it felt like I was truly playing a next gen experience. Now the first thing I thought when smacking the gross plant flesh monsters was, this kind of feels like a PS2 game, but not in an insulting way. The movement feels a little heavy and attacking feels a little bit more sluggish. Honestly, it's just the way I like it. Now I can see how this might turn a lot of people off, especially people who are more accustomed to like modern action games. I feel like the world is finally healing from that Souls curse. Not every action RPG needs to be a Souls-like anymore, and I'm really thankful for that. With combat, you have all your standards in this kind of game. Light attack, heavy attack, block, dodge, and then these special moves that are fantastic at staggering enemies. But they cost meter. I'm not quite sure how the system works yet, but it costs something. Not sure what it is, but you can't keep spamming them. The slower, more thought out, deliberate combat really struck a chord with me. I found the game rewarded a hyper-aggressive playstyle while also allowing a more defensive one, with block being, well, a block button. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I find it really hard to block in action games nowadays. I feel like my brain is rotted to the core from the Dark Souls curse. Blocking is bad because you'll take damage or lose stamina or something, you know? Quick side note, I really enjoy a lot of the Dark Souls series. I just wanted to highlight how a lot of action games these days feel like they're copycats of that. Anyway, on with this review. Overall, the combat system is really fun. I didn't truly understand much of it from the demo, which for me is a massive bonus. I really like to go into a game and not know what I'm doing. I like to have that time where I have to learn the game or master the game. It really makes it a more enjoyable experience for me. On to what drew me into the game, the vibe. Or the way the game presents itself through music and art direction. I really love how this game looks and sounds, especially the sound. The low humming of a girl singing in the background as you explore the dead earth is wonderful and haunting. It reminds me a lot of how Metroid Prime handles its soundtrack, or something along the lines of Final Fantasy 13. I really like when my background tracks, or my world tracks, have vocals in them. I think it adds to I gotta say it adds to the vibe of the world, it adds to the character of the world a lot more. Now I usually don't enjoy post-apocalyptic settings, but this one's really pretty and very easily readable. To go on a little tangent, I'm finding the push for like hyper-realistic, detailed environments and better graphics in newer games, resulting in environments that are harder to read for the player, at least for me. I'm looking at you, Horizon Forbidden West. So the way Stellar keeps its environments easily readable to the player is a really nice thing to see. Like the destruction is just enough, so you can always see around corners or see secrets, you know? It's never too much detail in one spot. I never found myself darting around the screen trying to find stuff. It was always there and easy to read, and I love that in a game. And finally, to go back to my initial point, maybe my initial criticism, my opinion on the character design, or as she's better known, Eve. Now before playing the demo, I can admit I was being a bit too harsh with the character design. In motion, I love it. Of course, Eve, the main character, is built like a fuckdoll 3000, but I kind of love it for that, and her base green costume looks fantastic. All it took was an arrow of boobs and butts and I'm totally won over. Now, I would have never have glanced at this game if not for friends recommending me to play the demo, and I really have to say I was turned around. I really enjoyed my time with it. This might be a sign for me to start reflecting on my style of video games and what I enjoy, and maybe try new things, you know, don't be so reluctant. I usually just stick to what I know, and most new games don't interest me visually, so I don't try them, so yeah, maybe this is a sign that I should branch out a little bit more. Anyway, the game is out Friday, the 26th of April. Now, although I give the demo a glowing review, I won't be getting it because the price tag is a little bit too high for me. $70 is really steep. But I'll for sure be playing it if it comes down by like £20 or something, or it comes out free on a service somewhere. I can see it dropping on the PlayStation Plus service in like a year or so. But for everyone who does grab it, I really do hope you enjoy your time with it, and I really hope the reviews come back glowing, because from what I tried, I was really impressed. Thank you so much for watching my little demo review. Never done this before. Quite a fun little video. Hope to see you next video. Bye! Okay, but let's be real. It's just a modern Ninja Blade.